Super Mario RPG fans, we have won. The latest data is starting to file in here from around the world. We've got updates, and for all of my fans of Super Mario RPGs, the Mario RPG series, I've got incredible news for you. And just for Mario in general, things are going to look very different going in the future, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why that's happening. But before we get into that, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are someone new, and click that notification bell in order to get my videos as soon as they drop. And I'm terribly sorry guys in terms of the way that I'm speaking. Maybe if you notice it or some swelling. I got a wisdom tooth removed I think back on Monday. Yeah, it was Monday, so I'm still kind of recovering from that. So sorry about the lack of videos, and of course sorry about if my speech is a little bit different at this point, because I'm still having some pain in the back of my mouth, but I think I'll be okay at least for this video. But let's go ahead and jump in, because we've got big information to talk about when it comes to Super Mario RPG and the future of the Mario RPG series. Now, for those who don't know, there's been a big disconnect between the old school Mario RPG fans and the newer age Mario RPG or Paper Mario fans or anything. So let me explain real quick. So at first we did have Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo, which started the RPG Mario series. Then we had a bunch of games like the Mario and Luigi series. We also had the Paper Mario series developed by Intelligent Systems. So from there, it was pretty much all good. However, once we hit the Wii era or so, we started to get these different types of Mario RPGs on console, at least. Super Paper Mario, which people did love that game and everything, but they started to go away from the turn-based classic RPG Mario to something a bit more of a different style. We've seen it with other Paper Mario games where they kind of go away from the RPG and more into different realms, different types of games. And I think that all of the frustration kind of boiled up and accumulated into what we saw with Paper Mario the Origami King, which is not a bad game overall, but it has a very complicated system. It's not an RPG. It seems like some of the battles, you just kind of do them and they don't really do anything but give you coins and all of that. So it ended up being an adventure for people that was charming and well written, but didn't quite hit the marks that people like to see with the traditional Paper Mario series, like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door or Paper Mario 64 or Super Mario RPG. But I think that those days might be in the past based off of new information that we're getting, because we just got some new sales data for Super Mario RPG Remake on the Nintendo Switch, and I am very happy to report that things are looking incredible. So right now, if you go on the eShop, Super Mario RPG is the #1 selling game in most regions. Here in the US, it still held its #1 spot. So even a week plus later, Super Mario RPG is outselling Super Mario Bros. Wonder, at least just with the eShop. I don't know about worldwide stuff, but right now with the eShop, obviously it's doing better. But it gets even better than that, because if you go to the comparison in terms of what Super Mario RPG on Switch did compared to other big hitters in Japan, because we just got the Japanese sales numbers for Super Mario RPG, and it is very interesting to compare them. So let's go all the way back when it comes down to it. We have the 3DS, we have the GameCube, we have the Wii, N64, Switch, Wii U, and we're going to compare these games. We've got Paper Mario Color Splash on the Wii U, Paper Mario the Origami King on the Switch, Paper Mario on the N64, Paper Mario Sticker Star on the Nintendo 3DS, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door on the GameCube, and Super Paper Mario. Now, the first week's sales, the highest number out of all of those games was Super Paper Mario on the Wii. That did 156,055 units back in 2007, with lifetime sales of 506,298 units. So not bad at all. 150,000 plus sales for its first week. Pretty good. You even look at stuff like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, 137,000 K plus. Really good. Paper Mario Sticker Star, 130,000. But if you look at the Nintendo Switch one here, 109,000 for Paper Mario the Origami King. We don't have lifetime sales right now at this point, but that was released back in 2020, and 100,000 units plus, that's pretty good, but it's still underneath a lot of the previous Paper Mario games and even what people really want, which is like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, which we will talk about in a little bit because that's getting a remake on the Nintendo Switch. But now we have the Famitsu sales for Super Mario RPG, and check this out, guys. We've got the debut sales the first 3 days. The Famitsu sales, this was from November 13, 2023 to November 19, 2023. So it gives us just about 3 days of tracking in Japan, no digital included. And Super Mario RPG did 301,334 units. So it pretty much doubled up plus on any previous Paper Mario game in recent memory. And if you look at it compared to Paper Mario the Origami King, it tripled up on Paper Mario the Origami King. So if you're Nintendo and if you're looking at, okay, what's the best for sales? What do people actually want? There is no better way. There is no better data to look at than Super Mario RPG, an old Super Nintendo game remade, pretty faithful remake with some nice additions and changes and all of that. And there's some good stuff, but it's not as dynamic in terms of the graphics and in terms of what the Switch can do. It's really good, but it's not as dynamic as Paper Mario the Origami King. And look at what it did. It tripled it up. People are kind of tired of that new school Paper Mario game where it's not an RPG and it's not all that. People are tired of that, and look at what we got. You take an old game that people have been wanting, but an RPG, and you get way better results. In my opinion, this data shows, and based off of what we're seeing worldwide with trends, if you look at Amazon, where Super Mario RPG is still at the top of the sales charts, you look at what's going on pretty much on the eShop and everything, where Paper Mario the Origami King kind of fell down the ranks. And yes, it did sell over 3 million units. I think at this point worldwide, it's over that from what we do understand. But look at the launch. Look at the start that Super Mario RPG has had. Look at how people are excited. Look at the quality of the game. I think it also rated higher when it comes to reviews as well. If you look at the Paper Mario series that are made by Intelligent Systems, the old school ones, the N64, and also on the GameCube, those ones rate higher as well. So in my opinion, I think this eliminates. This is the eliminator when it comes to what should Nintendo do. Should they continue with the Paper Mario Sticker Star, Color Splash, Origami King, that style, or should they go all out in the RPG series? This pretty much proves it. And I think that what's going to prove it even more is Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, because if Super Mario RPG, a beloved Super Nintendo remake, can sell 300,000 units plus, not including digital at the beginning, that is the best launch for any Mario RPG series, literally the best launch, and I'm guessing worldwide it's going to be the best launch as well. If that can do that, what about Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, which by many it's considered the best Mario RPG in the series? So if you take like the Mario and Luigi series, you take Super Mario RPG, you take the Paper Mario series, what's the best one that everyone is looking forward to, or that most people feel is the top of the line? It would be Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and it's got the reviews to back it up. Heck, even the debut sales on the GameCube are still pretty good in comparison, despite the GameCube being one of the lowest selling Nintendo home consoles of all time, one of the lowest selling Nintendo consoles of all time. So to me, this shows a clear trend. This shows exactly what people are looking for, and there's no reason at this point for Nintendo to go back to what they did with Paper Mario the Origami King and waste time and waste effort and money when you can actually make something like Super Mario RPG. You can make something like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. You can make something like Paper Mario on the N64 and probably get way more people to buy the game at this point. This is solidifiable proof when it comes to the eShop sales, Amazon sales, long-term going forward. I think Super Mario RPG is a timeless classic, and the reason why it's timeless is because it's a Super Nintendo game that people loved. It's the first one, and I think that games like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, those are more timeless than games like, let's say, Paper Mario Color Splash or Sticker Star. People kind of forget about those because they're just nothing really innovative or different, whereas these old school Mario RPG games that have that battle system, that are well done and that are fun, that are fast and fluid and don't really do these weird things, I think it translates into more long-term sales and more excitement for the series just because the quality is better. So I'm very excited for the future of the Paper Mario and the Super Mario RPG series, because I think these sales prove that Nintendo's probably going to pivot in that direction. Alpha Dream is no more. We don't know where the Mario and Luigi series is at this point, but what I do know is that Super Mario RPG launched incredibly well when it comes down to it. Heck, the biggest launch in any Mario RPG series ever, and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is probably going to have a bigger launch than that, because that game's more popular. So this is going to be interesting to see, for real, guys. I'm very excited to see the future of it. And I do want to talk about something else when it comes to Mario, because there was some more data that came out of the Famitsu sales, and that's Super Mario Bros. Wonder. There was a lot of talk at the beginning, I think back in the first 2 weeks or something like that, when the sales numbers were coming out. Super Mario Bros. Wonder sold about 4.3 million in the first 2 weeks, and people were comparing it to Spider-Man, and that sold like 5 million. People were saying, oh my God, OJC, you're wrong about this. And I'm thinking, man, you guys are silly, because who is just going to compare the first 2 weeks? Like, first 2 weeks is great, but if you know anything about 2D Mario is here to stay for a long time. If you look at the sales numbers from previous 2D Mario games, they don't ever do gangbusters in the first 2 weeks or the first 3 weeks. I mean, they're good, but it's nothing crazy. Mario games tend to sell for a long time at a good clip, and that's exactly what's happening here with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, because what we're seeing is that Super Mario Bros. Wonder is at the top of the sales charts on Amazon, top on eShop, top on lots of different places, and also in Famitsu, and we're going to talk about those sales numbers right now. Super Mario Bros. Wonder has broken the 1 million units in Japan. Yeah, already 1 million units plus for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. If I'm not correct, that is the fastest for the game to break 1 million in Japan, or one of the fastest for the 2D Mario series, at least in the new age. So right now it's sitting at 1,025,821 units, not including digital. This past week it sold another 50,545 units, which is incredibly good. So we're seeing long-term sales with this series. And what does that translate to me and you? Because we don't get any of that money, right? Well, what it translates to is that if you like this type of game, if you like this type of creativity, it's going to let Nintendo know that they're going to continue to do that, right? So this whole new Super Mario Bros. Series, while that sold incredibly well, look at what they did, right? They kept on making them because they sold incredibly well. Well, guess what? Super Mario Bros. Wonder is selling faster than any of the new Super Mario Bros. Games. It's selling faster, and it's doing better than any of those. Plus, it reviewed way better as well. So that's going to give Nintendo way more incentive to say, okay, let's go in this type of direction for our 2D Mario games. We don't have to continue doing what we did before. We can kind of make something like this, or they can turn Wonder into a series, or maybe they can just continue to make different styles of 2D Mario games going forward that are weird and quirky and different themes, and they know that they can get long-term residual sales with something like this. So I think that's what we're going to see. It is great, honestly. It is like super cool to see Super Mario Bros. Wonder and to see Super Mario RPG. Old school, straight up gameplay, fast, fun, friendly gameplay at the forefront. One of the biggest things that we've talked about with Super Mario RPG, and it relates to Super Mario Bros. Wonder here, is how people can just pick it up, put it in their system and play, or download it. It takes quickly to download it. They're not huge games or anything like that. All sorts of stupid, DLCs, all these different things that are kind of coming into gaming, microtransactions. You don't got to worry about all that. All you do is put in the game and play. All you do is download the game and play, and you have tons of fun, whether it's with family and friends or by yourself going through. It's simple, it's easy, but there's depth at the same time. And I think that's what's propelling Mario to be more relevant than ever in his, 40 years or something like that. Mario's been around for so long, right? So the fact that you can still have these Mario games that top the sales charts is just insane, because most games that are out when Mario came out are no longer relevant at this point, yet Mario is still here. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is still doing incredible. So this is definitely not a knock on any other games out there. There are plenty of games that do well across the board. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Steam, whatever the case is. I'm just happy just looking at these here, and I'm looking at different stuff to talk about in terms of what I personally like, because I've been playing a ton of Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Super Mario RPG, and I've just noticed that people are really gravitating towards this style of game, or these style of games from Nintendo. Pick up and play, easy, with depth, content, a lot of fun for family and friends, over the holiday breaks and everything, and I'm noticing that more and more people are picking things up. Now, I do want to leave you guys on this too, just because I do have a bit of friends that are in distribution for big retail like Walmart and Best Buy and Amazon and everything, and these games have seen some of the highest volumes of sales outside like the first week, right? Super Mario RPG, this has been one of the better games in terms of sales on Amazon than any of the previous Mario games from the information that I'm getting. Same goes for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Copies are coming in, people are buying them at a good clip, it's super steady, and continuous orders are continuing to go through. So I think that we're going to see this throughout the holidays, all the way through Black Friday, all the way through Christmas, and even into next year. People are still going to be buying these games when it comes to Super Mario RPG and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. But to see Mario Wonder already over 1 million in Japan, not including digital at all, and sales when it comes to the eShop and Amazon, all those are up there. This is definitely a good thing. I think it's going to be interesting to see exactly where it is once Nintendo talks about the sales numbers at their next investor meeting next year, once we start getting like the roundup of information. So what are your thoughts on everything here, guys, when it comes to Super Mario RPG, when it comes to the Super Mario Bros. Wonder series, and the future of what we're going to see with the Mario RPG series? I'm excited. I think that this proves something definitively, and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, if Super Mario RPG wasn't the catalyst or anything like that, I guarantee you the sales for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake on the Nintendo Switch are absolutely going to be that, or I should say remaster. I'm not exactly sure what they're classifying it is. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Super Mario RPG videos and RPG videos right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.